Well, we're going to start out looking at the drought monitor this week. If it looks a lot like last week, that's because it is. In Kansas and Nebraska, all the percentages have stayed the same. We still have some abnormally dry areas in the North Platte area. That is that yellow, and that's also part of southwest Nebraska in that as well. And we are seeing parts of north central Kansas northern Kansas. In some of that drought, we are seeing moderate drought in that area as well. But taking a look at our 1 month outlook for temperatures, this blue indicates the good probability for below normal temperatures. This orangish color is above average temperatures. So both of the coasts looking at possibilities for above average temperatures throughout the rest of the month. And in the central part of the states, including Texas as well, we are looking at some pretty good chances to continue to see our below average temperatures. But here's a look at our 1 month outlook for precipitation. This green indicates above average chances for precipitation. Now everywhere else that is not shaded, we are looking at equal chances for normal, above, or below those normal precipitations across that area. But here's a look at our 3 month outlook. Once again, this blue indicates the good chance for below normal temperatures in that area. Orange, we are seeing above average chances for our temperatures. And once again, that non-shaded part looking at equal chances going out around 3 months. And here's a look at our 3 month precipitation chances. Equal chances in Nebraska as well as north central Kansas. Parts of southern Kansas is included in this above average area. Below average for parts of the Great Lakes area, and also as you move a little farther to the northwest. Well, taking a look at our almanac for this next week, normal highs right around 45 degrees, normal lows right around 24. We're really not going to get too far off that. Our forecast average high for the next week, we are looking at right around 42 degrees, and our forecast average low right around 23 degrees. Well, that's a look at your grow forecast. You sent us some pictures, and now here they are.
And of course, remember, send in those pictures. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, also email us at grow@nebraska.tv. Taking a closer look at those market prices now, NTV's Grow co-host Steve White speaks with a farm market analyst, helping you make some decisions.
Yeah, I'm here with Jeff. He's kind of our go-to market guy we like to talk to a couple of times a month. And Jeff, as you're talking with people out here at the Gateway Farm Expo, no shortage of questions as people are looking at what the market trends are doing right now.
Oh boy, there's lots of questions. The big question we keep getting asked, should I plant more corn or more beans? And really what that comes back to, Steve, they're really worried about if they make sales now, they're below break evens. And that's a scary situation.
Give me kind of the snapshot where we're at right now in the markets. What are the trends we're seeing?
Yeah, you know what? We have been on a strong uptrend there. Soybeans have been going up really strong, driven by a lot of the demand on the meal side. And actually corn and to a lesser degree wheat has been tagging along. But what I'm fearful of is a lot of people are thinking it's just getting started. And actually, starting yesterday, we started to see those markets roll over a little bit, and now it looks like they might be gaining a little bit momentum to the downside. They're a little higher today, but they were down strong yesterday.
So that's kind of tough when you're trying to make those decisions on what to, on your selling decisions.
It is very hard, and I really do feel for them. But I think the thing to think about is that set up your marketing plan so that if you make that sale, you're not done. Then you can get rid of that fear of actually saying, what do I do? Just know that down the road, there'll be weather problems that come up and things. We just have to be prepared in our marketing plans to be able to react to it.
Let's take a look at the bigger picture of things. What are the trends in terms of planting and acres and those kinds of things that you think we're going to be looking at?
Boy, you're asking all the hard ones today.
I am.
But actually, yeah, exactly. We're thinking there's going to be about 3 million more acres of soybeans is what our numbers show. We think probably a couple million less acres on the corn side. As we kind of digest those numbers and say, what does that mean for the amount of ending stocks? 2 million less acres of corn will keep our stocks about unchanged from this year. That's okay. but then we come over to soybeans. And by adding 3 million acres of soybeans, that actually takes us from 450 million bushels of carryout all the way up to over 750.
So what does that do to soybean prices? Then that's not a good situation.
No, it's not. And keep in mind, weather can change things, but what that would indicate if we did come in around a 750 million bushel carryout, I don't think there's anything on the demand side that could overcome that. We'd start looking at beans in the low sevens. And I know that's not something anybody wants to hear, but that's really what we have to kind of get our minds set on and prepared for.
This is just tells us why we have to plan ahead, have these decisions. We can't, every little market trend that we see, it's not good to be worrying about that. You have to think about the long-term goals that you set up for your operation, right?
Oh boy, you said that perfectly. That's exactly right. It really starts with knowing your break-evens. Get that bottom line number that so where you're at. Once you get that, then you can start having the confidence to sell. If you'll add a little flexibility in your plan once you make the sale, then you can go ahead and take a lot of that fear and anxiety out of that whole decision.
All right, Jeff, thanks so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Stick around and meet your Farm Youth of the Month after the break.